Hey, Victor Valley News Group, this is Hugo bringing you guys a quick update here on a fatal traffic accident investigation that has prompted a hard closure of a stretch of Highway 395 here in the city of Hesperia. If you guys are able to hear me, I appreciate a comment to give me some feedback and let me know, and then I can get into some of the details about what happened here. Again, this is right at the intersection of Joshua Street and Highway 395. You can see the actual intersection remains open for vehicles that are trying to travel towards like Caliente Road, Mariposa Road. Caliente Road on that other side by the Modway warehouse on that over on that side of the area. But there's also, so the investigation is here between Three Flags Court and Joshua Street. So that's where the hard road closure is. You can see this is the coroner vehicle. The coroner has already arrived on scene. They are now in the process of picking up the body. And I'm just going to check the comments to see if you guys are able to hear me okay. Perfect. Thank you, guys. So this happened right before 5:30 this morning. Sheriff's officials, Jenny Smith down at the headquarters responded back and said that this happened. Both vehicles involved remained at the scene. So both of the parties that were involved, you can see two vehicles, a Subaru and a Camry. Both of them have front end damage. Both of those drivers remained here at the scene and they cooperated with authorities. Unfortunately, this bicyclist, told the spokeswoman said it was a male, was struck, and when first responders arrived here, they did pronounce him deceased at the scene. You can see there are some belongings here, and again, this is the bicycle. Not sure if this is where it came to where exactly it stopped, or if they moved it out of the roadway, because this happened at about 5:30 this morning. So again, the coroner officials are here at the scene, and they are in the process now of removing the body from the roadway, which is still here in the area. So this is a bicyclist, a male bicyclist, was struck by what appears to be two vehicles. Both of those vehicles have damage. The green Subaru and the white Toyota Camry. Both of them have front end damage, and both of those vehicles remained here at the scene and cooperated with authorities during the investigation. Right now, the identity of the deceased person is not known at this time, but it is a male. And again, the male was riding this bicycle, or on the bicycle, when the impact occurred right before 5:30 this morning. At that time, it was possibly still dark. We did get some photos from some people, and again, this is the coroner. They're here where you see them, just on the other side of that black SUV and the white SUV. They are in the process now of removing the body from the roadway. So once they do that, they'll get the tow trucks in here, and then they're going to reopen this portion of Highway 395. I also want to point out that right behind me, you can see that tent over at the Park and Ride. That tent is for a special event that's taking place. I believe it starts at 11 a.m. I have to double check the time, but the event is still going on. It is an event for the widening of the 395. We posted an article about that earlier this week. They're going to start the process of clearing out the brush and getting ready to expand the roadway here, one lane in each direction between Highway 395 all the way down to like Highway 18 in Victorville. So it's that tent back there is for that purpose, is for the kickoff of that project that's scheduled to happen. And unfortunately, this fatal accident happened on the morning of that scheduled event, but that event has been scheduled now for a while, and it is still going to happen. Obviously, the road is still open in that direction for people to go there, and it starts at 11 o'clock. But this fatal accident happened at about 5:30 this morning involving this bicyclist. Again, when first responders arrived here, they located a male deceased in the roadway, and now the coroners is here on scene. They are obviously preparing the body for transport. So once they get that body in their vehicles, they'll take it down to the coroner station, and then next of kin will be notified. And once that identification has been made, the family obviously they're notified, and then they'll release the name of the person out to the public, name and age. But again, there are two vehicles. That white Toyota Camry up in the front, that one has front end damage, and then the Subaru, the green one, also has, the Forester, Subaru Forester also has front end damage. It happened right before 5:30 this morning. Obviously there is a fire department just around the corner from here, so emergency personnel arrived here fairly quickly. And again, the person was pronounced deceased here at the scene. Someone asked, is this the section that San Bernardino County Transportation Authority is about to widen? Yes, this is that. This is exactly what that is. So that tent back there, again, they're getting ready for that event that's going to happen. I believe it's 11 o'clock. I need to double check the exact time, but that was already planned throughout the it's already been in the process of them doing that. And so that's what that is for. And they're going to be widening the 395. In this area right here, it already looks widened, but when you get further up past the Reflex Court, the lane does reduce. And then as you approach Main Street, you guys know it's one lane in each direction with that curb area that there's been unfortunately a lot of accidents. So I'm not sure if they're going to realign that or what will happen there, but the goal is to they're going to add another lane in each direction from that portion of 395 all the way down to Highway 18 in Victorville. And then you guys already know they've already widened from Victorville to Adelanto. They've already worked on that. And then phase 3 will be further up from Adelanto, another section up there. But yeah, they're doing it in phases, and the goal is to widen this 395 in those directions. But you can see this intersection is still open. A lot of the tractor trailers, they just cannot go around. They can't go through here to like Three Flags Court. They have to detour. This is where the detour is currently at. This happened at about 5:30, so it's been shut down ever since. Was it a hit and run? Absolutely not. Both vehicles that were involved in this incident remained at the scene, and both of the drivers cooperated with authorities. So this is not a hit and run crash. There were 2 vehicles that struck this bicyclist. Both of them have front end damage, and both of those drivers stopped at the scene and cooperated with authorities. Yes, both of the cars there were involved. The green, and I don't want to walk over there right now because the way they have the vehicles positioned, you cannot see what they're doing. But if I walk over to that area, you'll be able to see them tending to the body, and I don't want to show you guys that. So once they finish, I will walk over there, hopefully if I'm still on live, and then show you guys that. But this is the bike that the person was on. Yes, this is right by the Pilot. The Pilot is right here. So it's right at the corner of where the Pilot is on Highway 395 and Joshua Street. And you can even see on the bike, it looks like there's a piece of the car attached to like one of the pedals there. And obviously the seat is facing a different direction. There's a beanie, like an orange colored beanie. What's the black car doing it? That black car is the coroner vehicle. That one right there. They work for the coroner's office. If you ever see that SUV, they're the ones that show up to scenes to pick up the body of a person that's been killed. They've been around for a long time. So the white little SUV there, that's part of the coroner's office, and so is the black one. They work together, and then that's where the body's usually placed into, and then transported down to coroner station. So the white vehicles are the coroner officers. They're the ones that photograph the body, document everything, and then the SUV there is usually where they put the body inside of, and then that gets transported down to the coroner station. Somebody asked, was it dark when it happened? Based on photos that were sent to me, it does appear that it was still, the sun was not out for sure. So I don't know exactly how dark it was, but the sun was not out. And again, both of these vehicles, you can see both of them stopped in the northbound lanes of the 395. and I was in the front of them earlier, and you can see they both have damage. You can actually see the hood of the Forester is kind of like crumpled up right there. Again, once they finish over here, if I'm still on live, I'll try to walk over there and show you guys the vehicles. Freezing out here, guys. I don't have any gloves on, so my hand is cold trying to hold the phone. It's very cold. You can see the mountains in the background are covered with snow from the storm that we had, and again, that white tent right below the mountains there, that's for the event that's going to happen today at, I believe, 11 o'clock for the widening kickoff project of the Highway 395 from here to State Route 18. We published an article about that. It's on VVNG.com. It was published earlier this week, so if you're looking for more information on that, you can read it. It's on VVNG.com. Somebody asked, is this the person who was covered with the yellow tarp? Yes, the body was covered with the yellow tarp. So where you see the vehicles right here positioned, that's where the body's at right now, and they're in the process of, you know, photographing and preparing the body for transport. But that's where the body came to a stop in the roadway there, and then they covered it with the yellow tarp. And thank you to everybody that reached out, alerting us to this incident. You know, we appreciate all the feedback, lots of messages and photos from people saying, hey, this is what's happening over here. So, you know, we appreciate all the feedback from you guys when it comes to knowing what's happening in the area, because obviously, you know, we can't all be everywhere at the same time. So when you guys are able to give us a heads up, it's really appreciated. So if you ever see anything in your area or are wondering what's happening, you know, all these messages are greatly appreciated. Yeah, guys, it's very unfortunate. You know, it's a tragic accident. The positive thing about all this is that the drivers of both of the vehicles did stop. Both of them remained at the scene, and both of them are cooperating with the investigation of this fatal accident. Not like the other one that I reported